Goedemorgen iedereen, bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue au Proximus Basecamp à Tubize. Het is een belangrijke dag voor het voetbal vandaag, voor het Belgisch voetbal en voor de Rode Duivels. Dat is ook te zien aan de massale opkomst hier in de zaal, waarvoor dank. De bondscoach Domenico Tedesco zal zo meteen zijn selectie bekendmaken voor het EK 2024 in Duitsland. Le coach annoncera sa sélection dans quelques instants ou donnera des explications sur sa sélection qui va jouer en Allemagne l'Euro 2024. En daarna zal hij dus ook vragen beantwoorden als de selectie bekendgemaakt is over deze selectie. Uw vragen, daar gaat hij op antwoorden. Maar uiteraard gaan we beginnen met waarvoor we allemaal gekomen zijn, de namen. Dit zijn ze dus de 25 namen voor Domenico Tedesco. Er worden er nog 2 aan toegevoegd die mee zullen het trainingskamp hier in het Proximus Basecamp in Tubize aanvatten. So, coach, we saw the 25 names. 2 players will be added to train here during the next week. How difficult was it, those 25 names?
Yeah, good morning to everybody. Of course, we discussed a lot, as you can imagine. It's an important decision. Who is part of the Euro, and yeah, of course, we discussed a lot. We had many meetings. We saw many games, and at the end, we can just say, or I just can tell you about my feeling. I have a really good feeling with the squad. I think we go for a lot of quality, a lot of human quality and football quality, and I think a few question marks still inside because some players must slow down the first days here in Tubize, and also for the friendly games we have some doubts due to injuries. But normally everybody should be healthy in Germany at least, so that we decided, as you said, Stefan, that we will invite 2 young players here to be a challenger, let's say, and we still have also 1 place that is open to go with 26, so we will see.
Thank you. We start right away with the questions from the media, and Nico Lenné from Proximus Speaks, he can kick off the questions. Nico.
Good morning, Head Tedesco. Could you tell us the 2 names of the young players who will join the camp?
No, I can't, because it's still not decided yet. Depending on the medical checkup this evening, and also tomorrow we will have the last information, and then we will decide about the position also.
Maxime de Kuiper is in the squad. Could you elaborate why you picked him now?
Yes, I mean, I always told you that we follow him up. So it's not, let's say, the first period that we look at him. We look at him since I'm here. Now it's more than 1 year. But we never had, let's say, the chance to see him here because also of the concurrent situation. We had Oli Demain, that played well, went to Bremen, started to play, was a starting 11 player. And this situation changed a little bit. And we are open. As I always told you, we are completely open. We have to choose the best players. The best player means who is the player that actually is in a better shape, let's say. And Ollie didn't play that much the last weeks. Maxime played well. I saw him live against Fiorentina, just to make one example. And he just deserved to be here with us now.
Axel Witsel, well, I think we all knew he would be in the squad. Could you tell us how that story went?
How can you know it? I don't know.
Well, I read newspapers, maybe you don't.
No, I don't. Yeah, as well as with Maxime, I always told you that we are open. We are open for taking him back inside the squad. First of all, it's about the quality, yeah? And I think there is no doubt he's a high quality player. He played in Atletico Madrid now quite every game. He's one of the, I think, the player with the most minutes there. This is a clear message. And yeah, of course, I met him. I wanted to see him. I wanted to look into his eyes, to speak about, of course, the situation, because we need him. He's an experienced player. He can help the young players. So either if he's playing or not, we have a good feeling with him. And at the end, we decided to take a little bit more experience inside the team, especially on that position, with Jan Vertonghen together, and then Wout Vaas and Zeno de Baas on this position. Zeno de Baas is a young player. I think the mix is good. I think the feeling is positive on that.
There's no Michy Batshuayi in the squad. I guess it's been a difficult choice to leave him out. Could you tell us why?
Yeah, true. Very difficult one. Probably one of the hardest for me personally, because Michy, first of all, he's a brilliant guy, brilliant character, and a really good player. And he was with us, a lot of camps. Yesterday I had a call with him. I called him to explain the situation, and the situation that I explained to him is the same as I will tell you. We will go with 2 strikers. It's Romelu and Lois. And he would be the third one. And we have to decide in all the constellation if it makes sense to go with 3 strikers, knowing that we have Charles de Ketelaere that can play it, knowing that we have Leandro Trossard that can play another kind of striker, but he is able. And also Dodi Lukebakio played with Sevilla or Hertha BSC Berlin as a striker. So we have more options inside the team, and we didn't see the necessity to take a 3rd striker.
Just one more thing. Did you take Hans van Aken into account?
Of course we did, especially after the playoffs, because he played a fantastic end of the season, especially during the playoffs. Just the difference between him and, let's say, Maxime de Kuiper is the position, is the concurrent situation. So, as I a lot of times try to explain, it's not a decision against a player, but more for Kevin De Bruyne, for Leandro Trossard, for Charles de Ketelaere, because these are the players that, let's say, are in the concurrence situation with Hans.
Thank you very much. I leave the floor to the colleague.
Thank you, Nico.
Welcome.
The next one voor Domenico Tedesco. Volgende vragen van de audiovisuele media. Het is nu, mannen, want er zijn nadien geen individuele interviews meer. Peter van den Bemt, Sportza.
Hi, coach. As you explained about Axel Witsel, you wanted some more experience. Why was it that you didn't use him or get to know him in the qualifying campaign in the previous matches? It's more important now when you go to the Euros, or has it got to do with Jan Vertonghen maybe not being 100% for sure?
No, because I met him before the injury of Jan. And I met him, or he was in our head also during the qualification. The qualification was brilliant. You saw the games, we had no doubts, and we still have no doubts about the other guys. But of course, it's also a sign to the young players. It is. I would hide it if I would say that it's just that we want to keep experience inside the team. We invited some players, some young players, and I just was not satisfied. This is also the clear message. And at the end, it's a Euro that we have to play. And we have to watch out in case of who is able to be there. And I have the best feelings with Axel Witsel.
Thank you. Gilles de Bilde, VTM.
Yes, coach. You're talking about the man that you're not taking because he's not playing enough minutes at this moment. But on the other hand, you're picking Aster Franks, who is in similar situation. You're picking Vermeeren, who is in a situation like that. What is the difference then?
The difference is, first of all, the position and the alternatives. Speaking about Aster Franks, he played many games for Wolfsburg this season. If you look at the full season, he had a fantastic rhythm. He got this injury on the calf that now we are working on, and his profile is a profile that we don't have on a 6. So we have Amadou Onana as a, let's say, holding 6, as you call it now, a strong 6 that is able to give a certain stability, and then we have Aster Franks. And this is the first reason, and Arthur Vermeeren is another reason. Arthur Vermeeren can be the future of the federation, can be the future of the Red Devils. He has some special skills, and we just want to have him with us to give him this experience.
And then the second question, coach, the case of Courtois, is that case closed for you because he's playing back now in Madrid? And then on the other hand, the fact that you picked Witsel but not Alderweireld?
Yes, let's start with Axel. I mean, Axel is able to play more positions. This is for sure something, if you take 25 players, that is an advantage. So he can play the 6. He can play, of course, also the central defender. So for sure, this is a small advantage. As I told you, he's playing every game in Atletico Madrid. He went to the quarterfinal of the Champions League against Dortmund. And that's why we in general, we had a very good feeling about it. The second question, Thibaut Courtois, I mean, he was honest, he was clear, he was really early in the way he communicated. So of course he knows his body the best, and it's something different to play every 3 games, every 4 games during a tournament. So this is the last information that we take in consideration, that he's not ready for the Euro. And of course, then we planned with the players that are able to play.
Oké, thanks Gilles. Hier vooraan Ludo van der Wallen van het Nieuwsblad.
Hi, coach. Why are you only picking 25 players and not 26?
Yeah, if I could, I would just take 23. To be clear, I think the harmony is very important, that everybody feels and smells that it's a possibility to play the starting 11. As I told you at the beginning, due to some question marks we have still due to injuries, we decided to keep a little bit more and even to take 2 more young guys for this, let's say, camp in Tubize. But at the end, I think the number is not too high, it's not too low. It's a good number, we can work with it. So imagine the case, everybody is really fit in Germany, can be, is the best case scenario, let's say. It's a brilliant team with a lot of quality, with a good mix of young player, experienced players, so we will find our way, but I have the feeling that the harmony and the quality of the team is top.
Which are the question marks?
Yeah, we have Aster Franks, as you mentioned already. We have, of course, as you know, Arthur Theat. That is probably the biggest question mark, but it's clear the position for us is, how you say, Achillesferse. Yeah, it's a clear one. So we will go with him. We will try everything, and when he's ready, he will bring us the plus. Then we have Yuri Tielemans and Jan Vertonghen.
Isn't Axel Witsel playing in Atletico Madrid in a back 3? So will he be playing in a back 4 now?
Yeah, we will see. Yeah, of course, he's very experienced, so he can play every position. Of course, this was also a discussing point with him, but I have no doubts. He has no doubts that he can play it. With all this experience, he's able to switch in many possible scenarios.
Okay, thank you.
Ik mocht de micro aan de man van Belga geven, Belga Agency.
Hi, coach.
Hi.
I have a question about the tournaments, main tournaments like the Euros. Is it different for you selecting a team for a tournament compared to qualifiers and friendly games? And if so, what are the criteria coming into account?
Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference because if you play friendlies, or just a qualification game, let's say, or 2 qualification games, you have a camp of 2 weeks. So first of all, you don't take that many, let's say, question marks with you because you have just 2 weeks, so either the player is ready or not. So this is the first big topic, or let's say difference. The second one is that for sure during a Euro we hope to be together as long as possible. So the mood, the harmony, the characters, yeah, you have to check out a little bit more on detail, of course. Yeah, I think these are the biggest difference, in my opinion.
Thank you. Christophe Franken, la dernière heure. Christophe? Micro.
Thank you to the colleague. Hi, coach.
Hi.
Did we already see the young backups? You talk about it. Did we already see with the Red Devils? Would they are new player, perhaps new player in the team?
You mean in the future, or?
No,
The 2 players that will be...
Yeah, the probably backups for the injured players.
Yes.
Did we already see them in the national team or not yet?
I don't know. I don't know because really I have to check the positions and then we will take a decision together with Gilles. Because for sure there will be 2 young players, 2 players that normally it would be good if these players already played for the under-21. And then I trust Gilles also on that point of view that he knows the best. He followed up the players, he had the players, who deserves, who not. I'm not a friend of just picking, let's say, two players, and then probably you change something in the group dynamic. You understand? So we will see. But of course, I have some names in my head, but it's too early to communicate. And these players will be challengers. Yes, they can play the 2 friendly games because we have to also to see them and to help also the players that probably can't play 90 minutes. We have 6 changes per game. And then we will see if we need them. We will go with 1 more. Yes.
And my second question: we always see you playing with Vertonghen and then a young player. The most of the time, but a defense, central defense with Vertonghen and Witsel. Is it possible for you at the Euro?
Yes. Yes. Everything is possible because everybody that is invited is a potential starting player. It's possible. But you know, as I went to Spain to see Axel, of course, first of all, we spoke about the general things. But of course, one of my questions was if he's ready also to help the young players, you know. And what I don't want is, of course, that every day, every match day, you ask why he's playing and why he's not playing and why Axel is playing. Is Axel playing? We have to avoid it. You know, we have to avoid it. And I think that Axel is a clear challenger. He's here to play, and that's why we invited him. But if not, he's able, with his experience, to be on the bench, to help the young players, to create a good atmosphere, and in case of, he's ready. So you understand a little bit my idea behind. But yes, it's possible because at the end, it is about the quality, it's about the shape, it's about the moment. That's why everything is possible. Yeah.
Just last little one. And how did react Michy Batshuayi when you call him? Because you talk about what you said, but how did he react?
Yeah, of course he was very disappointed, and in these circumstances you don't speak that much. So, yeah, very upset, and I can understand because I think it's the hardest part of my job, but unfortunately it's part of my job to tell if somebody's not in the squad. So.
Thanks. Peter, okay.
Coach, last week, Frank, technical director, gave some interviews to the written press, and he was very optimistic, ambitious on the one hand for the Euros, for what Belgium can do there, but on the other hand, the last friendly game against England, he called it also a bit worrying. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I absolutely agree, because I know that sometimes we won just 1-0 and the press was a little bit more negative and I was positive, and against England, I was a little bit more negative, and you were all positive. Or not everybody, but I think the majority. Yeah, of course, I think that we conceded too many chances. If we are honest, and we have to be honest and straight, the second half, we didn't play what we wanted to play. We conceded too many chances. Of course, England is one of the best teams. I still have this opinion, because if you have Foden and Bellingham turning inside, let's say the in between the lines, they are able to create problems for every opponent. But we have to do better, and you can imagine that now the last, let's say 2 months, we went inside this game, on detail, especially on the second half, to see what is missing. And now that's why here in Tubize it's very important now. We have important training sessions, we have important, let's say, friendly games, where we want to see exactly this kind of things we analyzed. And it's important that everybody is taking part of it. Also the injured player, they will be on the pitch, they have to follow, they see every video session. It's important for me, it's important because this was always the strength, let's say, of my staff, that we worked on detail. We worked on the pitch, we worked on the analysis, and then we see it on the pitch. But if we don't train, if we can't train, it's difficult to control.
Thank you. Christophe Liberlo, Belang van Limburg.
Hi, Coach. Good morning.
Hi.
You said that you gave Michy Batshuayi a call to explain why he wasn't in the squad. Did you also talk to Hans van Aken before? Did you give him a call, or is it a different case?
No, Hans was the last time with us many months ago. I thought about it yesterday. They were celebrating, by the way, so it was not that easy to reach him out. Probably we have time to speak later. But of course, now the players that recently were with us, like Oli Dema, like Michy Batshuayi, I had to call, of course.
The playoffs that Hans van Aken played, did it make you hesitate? Because he played very good.
Yes, of course. As I told you at the beginning, he was with us once, so we follow the whole league, but especially the guys that were with us. And it was not easy, but due to the concurrent situation, we have to take a decision. We can't go to the Euros with, let's say, 2 central defenders and 5 strikers or number 10s. It's impossible. And that's why we had to decide for this.
Thank you. Bart Lagarde, Standaard.
Good morning, Domenico. Are you happy to be able to have a training session with Kevin De Bruyne after 1 year? And he's your captain. How do you want him to lead the team? And a second question I have is, which players did impress you most in the last months of the season in all the different competitions where they are playing?
Yes, I'm very happy that Kevin is back. Yeah, it's 1 year, but I think that he will not take that much time to be again back and inside all our structures. So yes, it's important, and I'm happy. We all are happy that he's back. About leading, I think that we know him. He's not a guy that is speaking a lot, but you can lead in different ways. You can lead by performing. You can lead by pushing in a positive way, and of course, we will have some exchanges. We will have some talks. What is a little bit? What are the topics that we want to see? Yeah, and then many players, because of course you follow up many different leagues and countries here in Belgium. It's a little bit different as, let's say, for Germany national coach or for the Italian one, because the players, they all play in Italy or they all play in Germany. Just a few ones are abroad. And I think many players, if you see, for example, Lois Openda scoring in Leipzig, was really good. I think Charles de Ketelare won the Europa League now with Atalanta, playing in a really good way. So, yeah, many players. Yeah.
Dries Mertens didn't come up in your mind to pick for the...
With Dries Mertens, the topic is a little bit the same as with Hans van Aken. The concurrent situation. So if you can decide, you can pick up one guy that will leave at home. I think you would also have at least one night where you don't sleep.
Yeah, maybe as a 26th in your selection.
Yeah, as I told you about the number of squad, I was very clear, I was very transparent that I would go with 23 if it would be possible. So
Of course.
3 weeks ago, we had a squad. We had a final squad in our mind with 23 players.
Okay.
But we have to adapt on the circumstances, you know, injured players and so on.
Niels Poissonnier, laatste nieuws.
Hi, Mr. Tedesco. Was the England game the reason to travel to Spain?
No, not at all. We had this already in our mind to make it earlier, but we have to find the right moments. So I think between March and now, we had the right timing. So I also wanted to avoid that it comes out too early. But yeah, you are clever. You know to. Yeah, you have to ask to. But no, it was not the main reason. It was already before in our mind. As I told you, we tested some young players also. I think it's a big pity. I have to say that Aldakil is injured. I think that Amin Aldakil was one of the guys that really convinced us. It's a pity that he's not here because you don't mention him, you don't ask about him, but it's a big pity that he's injured.
And how did Axel react? Because 1 year ago he announced his retirement as an international. How did he react?
He was positive. Of course, first before I traveled to Spain, I spoke to him by phone, and he was completely open to see me, to speak to me, and he already, if the Bonds coach calls you, you know what is the topic probably. So he was completely open. We met there, and then it was easy. It was really easy. He's a brilliant guy, as I always told you.
Hi, coach. Did you apologize in a certain way for not picking him up like before?
No, I don't have to apologize because what I told him in March 2023 is exactly what I told you and what was in our head. The situation changed with him because he didn't play at the beginning. I came here to Belgium, I think middle of February. So we had 2 weeks to decide for the squad, and he played from I think 8 games. He played 1 game, and he played as a 6. So he started to play. It changed a lot, and he started to play as a central defender, and this changed also a lot. As a 6, probably he would not be in the squad today. I have to be very transparent. Of course, we spoke about the past, and I explained him, and he understood. He knows perfectly that I was straight and honest to him, and it's the same as I always try to be.
Did he ask for a time to think about it, or was he already ready straight away?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, 11.
Hey, coach.
Hi.
So you said that Thibaut Courtois was not an option. Do you already have in mind the number 1 goalkeeper for the Euro coming?
Yeah, we will see. I mean, we have still some weeks to go, and we have 3 brilliant goalkeepers.
Also, you were talking about Axel that could play in different position. That's also something Alexis Salemakers can do. Did you consider him? Did you talk to him somehow?
Yes. We took him in consideration. And yesterday, of course, I also had a call with him. But it's the same question as with Van Aken, with Dries Mertens. Is the position in Bologna? He's playing as a number 10 or as a winger. It's difficult for him. It's difficult because we have great quality and quantity there in front. But Alexis played a fantastic season. Bologna went to the Champions League. It's history. They wrote history, and he was part of it. That's why, of course, we took him in consideration. But due to the position, it's not that easy because he's not a fullback. He's more a wingback. And in Bologna, as I told you, he's playing a completely different position as probably we would need him here. And he understood, of course.
Thank you.
Oké, Yves Teldeman, La Dernière Heure. En dan gaan we naar Christophe Leenaerts van Belga hier centraal. Yves?
Yeah, hello. Did you try to have another meeting in Madrid with Thibaut, or was that case closed for you and even not try?
No, as I told you, I just can repeat. That the last information we had is this information.
Okay. If Baudard would not have been injured, would you have taken a fourth goalkeeper? Or was that never in your mind?
We also thought about this, spoke with Max, with our goalkeeper coach. Of course, you have some advantages if you have 4, especially for the training sessions. But as we don't want big squad, and we try to avoid, we decided to go with 3. Yeah.
Thank you. Christophe Leenaars, Belga.
Hi, Domenico. Since our last 2 matches in March, it was a long period. I can imagine also a bit of a stressful period for you because you have a lot of players to assess, a lot of decisions to make. My question for you is personal. How do you feel now, a few days before the start of the preparation? How eager are you to start on Friday? And then the second part of the question, why are we only starting on Friday? Because other countries like Holland, Germany, they already started preparation yesterday.
Yes, I'm very positive, I'm very enthusiastic, and I can't wait to go on the pitch because this is the main job. This is the job that I like when I'm on the pitch with my staff and with my players. I feel like in another world, and this is something that is missing, especially since March. And you create so many ideas, you know, you have so many ideas, you have so many video sessions that you want to coach, to show them. And now it's time that we start. So I'm really positive. The second question, sorry, was? I'm getting older.
Some countries already started yesterday.
Yeah, of course, it's a discussing point that we had inside our staff. But due to the fact that we have so many different players playing in different moments, Charles de Ketelaar will still play the 2nd of June, so he will be later. We decided that also a little bit of rest, of holidays for the players can be really important because the plan is to stay together 6 weeks. So it's good that they can have a breath, especially playing now the last games 1-2 days ago. So it was a little bit a decision to give 3 days of rest or to start here with a smaller number, let's say 16, 17 players. And we decided, come on, it's better to give 2-3 days more of, let's say, vacation. They can spend for the family. They come here really fresh. I think in this case, it's a little bit better. But for sure, I can understand that in other countries, it makes sense to meet earlier.
Thank you. We gaan stilaan afronden. Nico Lené nog, Proximus Pix. En dan Walfoot daar aan de kant.
As coach, it will be the first time you will have the group for a longer period. Are you planning to go into depth tactically and or maybe try out some alternatives?
Yeah, I hope that I went to that also the last camps. It's not that now it's a Euro and we have to change so many things. If I would say to the team now we play a different style or we go inside the depth, you know, inside the tactical depth, it would mean automatically that we didn't do it before. No, we have to just refresh important elements. Of course, we will bring inside 1-2 new elements that now we analyzed against England, for instance. But in general, everything that we did the last year was already important, was already in the depth, and was already, let's say, good also for this longer period.
Thank you. Walfoot.
Hi, Coach. There's no Connie de Winter in the selection. Is it a choice in favor of experience with Axel Witsel, or were you not convinced with him in March? What was the reason of this decision?
Yeah, he was a question mark for us till yesterday, of course. But I would lie if I would say that it's just now the injury. I mean, now he is injured, small injury, I think. But this was, let's say, the last argument that brought us to the way not to call him up. But it was already before a question mark. We decided for Axel, yes.
Okay, thank you. No more questions. One last, Guillaume Raats, Sudinfo.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, good morning.
Goalkeeper is a special position, and they generally like to know who is the first, the second, the third goalkeeper. Are you going to wait after the 2 friendlies to make a choice?
No, in my head, we have let's say, a small opinion. I discussed it with Max, but for sure, we have no stress on that. For sure, before the first game, we will have this kind of information, because you are right. Probably for them it's important, and in a certain way I can also understand. But first I will speak to the goalkeepers and then to the press.
Oké. Thank you, dat was het voor deze persconferentie. Dank allemaal voor uw aanwezigheid. Dank om ze van thuis uit of van waar u zich ook bevindt te volgen. Ik doe nog graag een warme oproep om de Rode Duivels aan te moedigen tijdens onze 2 vriendschappelijke wedstrijden die voorafgaan aan het EK. Montenegro op 5 juni en Luxemburg thuis. Kom massaal naar het Koning Boudewijnstadion. Er zijn nog tickets te koop op onze platformen. Donc les Diables auront besoin de vous si vous voulez qu'ils font des bons résultats en Allemagne. Donc il faut que vous les soutenir au stade Roi-Baudouin contre le Monténègre et le Luxembourg de 5 et le 8 juin. De ticket, il y a encore des tickets en vente. Bedankt allemaal voor nu. En mensen die nog vragen hebben over de aard van de aankondigingen van de selectie, daarvoor zijn Manu Leroy en Daf van Kampenhout ter beschikking van de media in de inkomal van de KBVB. Zo, bedankt, merci et bon après-midi et à bientôt.
Thank you.